Allora, benvenuti. Questa tappa di VideoArtForum, di AlbumArte VideoArtForum prevede la visione di un video dell'ultima opera dell'artista turco Ferhat Özgür, che è qui e che per la terza volta lavora con AlbumArte, la prima a Istanbul e 2 volte a Roma.
What I would like to ask you first is what bring you to decide to shoot the celebration in Yenikapi Arena?
First, thank you very much for coming, and that was my second visit to Rome. So very excited to see you all here, and also thank you very much. Cristiana and Cristina for your invitation, and Valentina. And the idea actually why I wanted to shoot this video, I think it contains so many subjects, so many issues that I was dealing with over the last 2 decades, for 20 years, to describe, to understand what it means nationalism, what brings together people together from different backgrounds. And the idea was to shoot the crowd, or was to differ the meaning of crowd from majority, actually, first. That's the Yenikapi Arena. For the first time, it hosted this such big major events organized by the government, the current the political party, AKP party. How they describe, how they set up the public domain, actually. And with this respect, I was more engaged in analyzing the meaning of public domain. To start with, I think I'd like to develop on the meaning of public domain that changed according to that is shaped by the political party first. I can go back to very beginning of the Gezi demonstration. I don't want to prolong the subject. It requires really deep content. But why I wanted to shoot this video was the idea to infiltrate the community, the crowd or majority in Yenikapi Arena.
Just to create the background, the tension between modernity and tradition was already the main issue of at least 2 of your past videos. I remember the very beautiful one you presented here in AlbumArte, which is Metamorphosis Chat. That's a very nice dialogue between 2 women in their 60s or so that are swapping their clothes. And one of them is a religious woman dressed up in a traditional way, and the other is a Western appearance.
They're from different cultural background. If you remember, if any of you watched that video before, that is the sort of exchange of personality in a way, the tension. How different content, how different cultural background support or backs each other, and would it be possible to imitate one another, from different point of perspective? That was the sort of identity exchange in a way, to become one another, with no any rehearsal, with no any preparation, pre-idea.
Ecdadımız olmadan adil bir dünya olmazdı. Seni karşı, beni bozmuş dünyaya insan vermişiz. Azmanlaşan, kibirlenenlere karşı çelik bir iradeyle karşı koymuşuz.
It's very strange. I'm thinking that these narrative, reconnecting the present-day Turkey to the Ottoman period. It's also in a way cancelling a lot of very historical districts in order to modernize them through gentrification, and so there is a sort of contradiction in this sense. Instead of conserving the past in especially in the body of the city, they prefer to cancel and substitute it with new neighborhoods, and then they are creating a completely fake or at least manipulated narrative about the past, which is a very interesting dynamic, I think.
And that costed the budget in the meantime. The budget invested on the celebration, I mean, quite big. That was quite amazing budget they allocated for the celebration. We are talking about 60 million Turkish lira just for one night event. They're setting up the imitation of Conquest, and they built up the fake model of Byzantine fortress, which they knocked down toward the end of the video with their sword, you know. And the 500 containing 500 musicians, Ottoman band, which we say Mehter. So they were commissioned to create a new composition also. And on the other hand, when we consider 60 million Turkish lira, which means 20 million euro we are talking about, when we are suffering from economical inflation, economical downturn, and also hunger, especially poverty in Central Anatolia and in Eastern Anatolia, I thought that it was just wasting money. I mean, to imitate the Byzantine fortress. That is why I wanted to approach in that sense politically critically to two issues that is still in combat to one another. One is that preserving Ottoman values. The other one is, in the process of modernization. How will it go? How do they go together? Would it be possible, to combine them together? On the one hand, still, adopting Ottoman values, encouraging people to protect, to defend their own traditional values. On the other hand, still we are aiming at to be part of European Union. So it became very popular over the last decade, ever since they came to power, 2002, AKP party. Rather than celebrating, rather than focusing on or highlighting national days, including Youth Day or World Children Days, which were very, very popular in the past, but they abandoned recently. So May 19th, we used to celebrate Youth Day, National Youth Day, which was dedicated to sports, which was awarded by Atatürk, which was sort of highlighting the importance of sport and young generation and health or future. It's a very, very idealistic meaning. It used to have idealistic meaning. But currently they forbidden celebration of this event, instead encouraging some other celebration, including such as Conquest and the birth of Muhammad. I'm not critical about it. I'm not criticizing. That could be natural, that could be normal, but if it works, mutually, if they support mutually, both tradition founded by Atatürk or Mustafa Kemal, because there are lots of other majorities, who are in favor of revolution's attitude of founded by Atatürk. On the other hand, those who are preserving Ottoman values. I respect both sides, but it shouldn't work, partially, which is unfortunately not true at the moment. That is why, the conflict, ongoing conflict, I wanted to reflect.
Millet olarak ayağa kalkmak, ufka bakmak, yeniden tarihi yazmaktır.
So I would like to end with a question that came to my mind when I was browsing some catalogs in order to prepare the talk today. And you participated to the 2010 Istanbul Biennial curated by Huanru. And in that biennial you were presenting a video, if I remember well, in which you were talking about the changes in Istanbul, yes, in this passage from bazaar, market to shopping center. And I remember, for example, that I'm going to Istanbul I'm going to Istanbul every year since '97. And in that occasion, it was the first time that I really perceived that something was changing so evidently, no? In terms of women with veil, and it was the first time that they really understood what was going on. And the title of that biennial was not only possible but also necessary, optimism in the age of global war. Do you think that optimism today is still possible, or necessary for sure, but possible?
Strongly, I believe that's the fact, we have to preserve, we have to believe in, otherwise there is no deliverance, unfortunately. Optimism. Yeah, definitely.